Hello and welcome to my January empties reviews. I have 18 products here in front of me that I want to talk about, and I have divided them into 3 categories based on whether I would repurchase them. So the first category is maybe, for the products that I liked, but maybe not enough to have them again. Second category is no, and those would be products that I either didn't like at all, or maybe they're too expensive, or there's another reason why I wouldn't buy them. And the last category, which I will leave for the end, is yes, and there's just one product that I am definitely repurchasing in the future. Starting with the maybe category. I have 5 products in the category. This is the first one. It's a Madara Deep Moisture Vitamin Oil, and it's a face oil. I bought it last January and it has lasted me almost an entire year. For most of the year I was using it every day, and the way I used it is after all of my skincare in the evening, I would just apply a few drops and dab it onto my face for additional moisture. It has been great, especially for the drier months now in the wintertime. And in general, I have really enjoyed it. It made me enjoy face oils. So I bought 2 face oils after this one, influenced by how much I enjoyed this one. And I am excited to test them out. This has been my first one, so I don't really have any comparisons. I am looking forward to getting some. I have checked its price in euro, and in different online stores you can get it for around 30 euros. It's not super cheap, I guess, but I think that considering I was using it for pretty much an entire year, it's not a bad price. For those reasons, it is in a maybe category. I think if I didn't have any oils and I saw this one in a convenient way for me to get it, so on sale or anything like that, I might get it. There's nothing wrong with it. Packaging is high quality. The product was high quality. It has a very delicate scent that for me was pleasant. I know my mom said she didn't like it, so that's something to look out for. But yeah, this is my first ever face oil. My second product is Bioderma Sebium Global. It doesn't really say what it is, but I would just put it in the serum category. And it says it's intense purifying care for acne-prone skin. My skin is not really acne-prone, but whenever I would be getting any breakouts for whatever reason, I would just use a little bit of this, and in general it usually really helped clear out my skin and get rid of the spots. This is not the first one I've used up in my life. I have used at least 2 before this one. I have been using it ever since, I guess ever since I was a teenager, although I'm not sure if it has been out. It might have been ever since my early 20s. But if you're looking for something light to help you get rid of your acne and you're not suffering from a lot of acne like me, I think it's a nice product. I do recommend it, and I might repurchase it in the future. Currently I'm using some other products to deal with those kind of issues, so I'm not going to be repurchasing it at the moment, but it's not unlikely that I would at some point. And in this packaging there's 30 milliliters of a product. I also got it around a year ago, I think December of 2022. In different stores online, I found it for from 12 to 16 euros, but I am pretty sure that I bought it in store for around 10 euros. I guess it depends on the store. It's a nice product, it works for me. I might buy it again. My next product is a leave-in conditioner from a brand Amica. It's from the Hydro Rush line, and it's an intense moisture leave-in conditioner. I have it in a mini size, and I got it in my Code Beauty advent calendar last year. I think in the packaging this size, which is 30 milliliters, I have went through it quite fast. I do use leave-in conditioner before washing my hair, overnight, and then also after I wash my hair, and I am quite generous with it, so that might contribute to that. But also, if you have longer hair than mine, you will go through it even faster. However, it was great for traveling, and I love that I got to test it out, as I have heard that it's a pretty famous product. I think it's a very nice leave-in conditioner. It left my hair feeling nice and smooth. I really enjoyed the scent. I know this is a packaging for the mini size, but it was very convenient to use. The spray worked well, and when it couldn't reach the product anymore, I was able to just unscrew it. I find it very annoying when the packaging doesn't let you do that and you just have to be fine with not using a bunch of your product. A full size of it on Cold Beauty website sells for around 29 euros, which is quite a lot for a leave-in conditioner, which is exactly why I put it in the maybe category. But because it was nice, I did enjoy it, and I am planning to take better care of my hair this year. It is something that I might consider at some point. Right now, there are some other ones that I want to test first, but I am definitely taking a note of this as being a nice product. Now I'm gonna talk about the first makeup thing in this category. If you've watched my Project Pan launch video, you have already seen this product, and you might be surprised to see it here. It's my Milk Makeup bronzer stick in Baked, and I put it in my project pan thinking that I will use it for 30 times and then I will consider what I want to do with it. And I haven't used it for 30 times. I think I've used it for 4 times before the mechanism broke. I no longer can twist it up, and I have decided that because the product is clearly expired, I'm not going to be scraping it out. I decided to just declutter it. So it's not technically an empty, but I am getting rid of it. As for the product itself, like I mentioned in my Project Pen video, this was my first ever cream bronzer. I really enjoyed it to the point that it made me like cream cheek products more, and because of it, now I have a bunch of them. I really enjoyed the formula of this bronzer. I really enjoyed the shade. I love how small the packaging is and how easy it is to travel and how little space it takes in storage. So in general, there's really a bunch of things that I really like about this bronzer. One thing that I don't like, and one of the reasons why it's in the maybe category and not in my yes category, is that this is not the first time with this Milk Makeup kind of packaging that it happened to me. This is not the first time this packaging broke on me. I used to have their blush. That one was really a more sad case because I think I had it for like a month before it broke, so I wasn't able to twist it up anymore. And this is just not the kind of experience I want to have when I'm buying a product in Sephora, a product that is not cheap. This bronzer in this size can currently be purchased for around 24 euros. And if the packaging wouldn't break and you would be able to use it all the way up, or at least until it expires, I think it's a good price. I think you're getting a lot of product and product that is good. So generally, I do recommend it. But if you do buy it, just keep in mind that for me, this is the second time the packaging broke and made the product unusable. Another reason why it's in the maybe category for me and not yes, it's just because of how many cream bronzers and bronzers in general I have. I don't think in my near future I will be at the point of having no bronzer and needing to buy another bronzer. So I am not going to be repurchasing or thinking about repurchasing it anytime soon. I also like testing new makeup, so even if I would run out of everything, I might just buy something else to try it out. If despite my warning about the packaging, you're still interested in getting it, I do think it's a good product and I do recommend it. I don't know if putting this product in my empties is kind of cheating because it's a tester, but I wanted to include these two little guys. They're testers of Versace Bright Crystal perfume, and I am just including it because I had 2 of them, so I got a better taste of it than with just one, and I just really liked it. It is in a maybe category because it's a perfume, it's Versace, it's expensive, and I have a lot of perfume at the moment, so I will not be even looking at new perfume, but I do want to remember to sniff it next time I am looking for a perfume. I don't know the notes at the moment, but I will include them here if you're interested. And now we're moving on to the no category. Before we do, please keep in mind that just because the products are in this category doesn't mean that I think they're bad products, and I will tell you why I'm not going to buy them. Obviously, they still might work for you or for someone else. I am just not going to repurchase them for my own reasons. And the first product I have here is probably the best example of that. It's the B-Lab Matcha Hydrating Real Sunscreen, and I liked it. It's a good product. I got it on Yes Style, and it comes for around 10 euros. And in general, I think pretty much all Asian sunscreens that I have tried have been good. This one was not an exception. It's just that I have other ones that I prefer over this one. Despite it saying that it was hydrating, I felt like it was not as hydrating as I like, especially maybe because I was using it now in the winter season when the heating is on and my skin was especially dry. I do use a moisturizer under my sunscreen, but still I like my sunscreen to be even more hydrating. Something that I didn't like about it that might seem a little stupid is I didn't like how little the packaging disperses. I felt like I have to press it harder to get the amount of product that I usually get with my other sunscreens. It's easy to fix, but those two reasons are just why I'm not going to be repurchasing it. I have two other sunscreens that I prefer over this one by a lot, and one of them is the one that I am currently using from Beauty of Joseon. It might at the moment be my number one favorite one. This one is a good one, especially if you have oily skin and you're in the summer and you don't want too much hydration. But if you prefer more hydration, I recommend Beauty of Joseon more. It's SPF 50 PA++++. It's really lightweight and didn't leave any white cast on me. In general, I had no issues with it, apart from the two things that were a little annoying that I mentioned. My next product is from Rituals, and it's a body and pillow or pillow and body mist, and it's the Ritual of Jing Sleep Pillow and Body Mist. I have a mini that came in a gift set, and I think it was my first pillow spray that I've ever used. I really enjoy the scent. It's really calming and refreshing, and in general I really loved using this product, and the only reason why I'm not going to be repurchasing it is the price. I was able to find it for 20 euros for 50 milliliters, and 50 milliliters is really not a lot. This is 20 milliliters, so just under half of what the full size comes in, and I really ran out of it in a few weeks, very quickly. I think you use quite a lot of spray of that kind. At least I use it on my pillow and on myself every night. So I wouldn't want to be paying 20 euros every few weeks just to have this experience. I think I might be able to find either something cheaper that I would also enjoy, or I'm also fine just not having it at all. My next product is a supplement. It's hair gummies from Hair Gain, and I received mine in my Cold Beauty advent calendar. It came with 60 vegan gummies, and it lasted me for a month. I normally often use a supplement for skin and hair care, so I'm not unfamiliar with the benefits of it. I do think it helps. I think it's really personal if you want to use something like that or not, so I'm not recommending one way or the other. And the reason why I am not going to repurchase it is also very personal and my own choice. I did think it was nice to use. They were not bad in any way. I enjoyed it. The thing is, I am really trying to avoid sugar, and these are basically candy. If we look at the ingredient list, the first ingredient is glucose syrup and the second ingredient is sugar. And those are just not the things that I want to be eating, and especially every single day and feeling like I have to because I'm trying to stick to my hair supplement. And also in general, I'm not a fan of the idea of putting something that is supposed to be healthy in a sugary packaging. I'm not a fan of the idea of trying to make something that is basically candy sound like it's healthy, because sugar is just not healthy. But yeah, like I mentioned, those are my personal choices to not eat sugar. I will continue having my hair supplements in a different form. I'm just taking capsules. If you're someone who maybe struggles with taking your supplements but you want to try it and you do like candy and you don't mind taking a sugary gummy like that, it might be a good choice. It's really up to you. They were not bad tasting. It says it's a natural apple and berry flavor. I do agree with that. They had a pretty chewy texture, which I was not necessarily a fan of. They would like stick to my teeth. I don't like that. They're also vegan, which is always a nice thing. And from what I saw on Cult Beauty, you can buy them for around 36 euros. If it is for you, it might be nice. It is not the type of product for me, and that is why it's in my no category. Going back to skincare, I'm gonna talk about an exfoliator that I used. That is also something that I got in my Cold Beauty advent calendar. It's Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Universal Daily Peel. I have heard that apparently they have a reputation of being good. I've never heard about them before getting them in my advent calendar. There were 3 little sets in this package, and if you're not familiar with this product, one set comes with 2 little tissues, cloths, and one is soaked in a exfoliator and the other one is soaked in the neutralizer. So you're supposed to wipe your skin first with the cloth that is soaked in the exfoliator, leave it for 2 minutes, and then wipe your face with the neutralizer. I'm not going to be buying this product again for 2 reasons. The first one is I didn't like it. I am a big fan of exfoliation and chemical exfoliation specifically. Currently, I think my favorite product for that is the Origins Red Serum. But something that I really don't like is physical exfoliation on my face. And I feel like this, because it was a cloth soaked in the exfoliator, you were not just getting the exfoliation from the chemical serum that was on the cloth, you were also exfoliating your face with the tissue. I feel like the liquid was already quite strong and was giving a pretty strong exfoliation, and having a tissue on top of that, I felt like it was irritating my skin. It felt like too much. On the packaging it says to use it every day or every few days, and to me that sounds like way too much. I was barely able to use it once a week just because of how strong it felt. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is, have you seen the price of it? For 30 little sets of these, you would have to pay 105 euros. I think that was the price on Cult Beauty I found. And if the recommendation is to use one set every day, you would be paying over 100 euros per month. That's ridiculous. And even with my once per week use, that is still ridiculous. I am not going to be paying over 100 euros for a peel. I will just stick to my Origins. I do not recommend it unless you have a lot of money to spend and really want to exfoliate your face in all ways possible. My next product is a body care product, and it's a L'Occitane Pure Shea Butter enriched with vitamin E. I bought it as a body moisturizer, and that might be my mistake of assuming that pure shea butter would be a good body moisturizer. From my experience of using up a whole tub, I can say that it's not. I definitely see it being very useful for specific reasons, for maybe irritation on the skin or especially dry areas, but that's just not how I wanted to use it and what I'm looking for. So for me, it didn't work. If you've ever used pure shea butter, and I don't know if it's this one specifically because that was my first time using pure shea butter, but the texture of it was very thick, it was very hard. I had to almost like scrape it out of the packaging, and then it wouldn't really melt super easily. So I had to like really rub it into my skin very hard, and it was just an annoying experience. And I don't really want to have my body moisturizing product be high effort. I prefer something that is a lotion, that is easy, soaks in quickly, stuff like that. I also wasn't a fan of the fact that it doesn't really have a scent. While I see that it might be important for some people and it might be very useful for some people, and I understand that if shea butter is good for irritated skin, then it makes sense that it doesn't have a fragrance. But I personally, I want something lighter and I want something to make me smell good. This is not what it gave me. And for that reason only, I will not be repurchasing it. This packaging lasted me around 2 or 3 months, I believe. And I think it costs around 40 euros. So again, it's quite expensive. And for the experience that I had, I'm definitely not getting it again. And this is another product that I am not repurchasing just because it's not for me. It's a got2b Fresh It Up Extra Fresh Dry Shampoo for all day freshness. It's a travel size, it's cute, it smells nice, and it works. The reason why I'm not going to be repurchasing it is because I never use dry shampoo. I had to really force myself to use it up. Despite my hair being blonde, pretty much all white dry shampoos leave white stains on my hair. I also don't enjoy the feeling of dry shampoo in my hair, and I just never reach for any dry shampoo. I prefer to wash my hair. I think the only dry shampoo that I would be fine with having as a backup is the Batiste Brunette whatever shampoo, because it's not white, so it's not as visible on my hair. So yeah, this one I think full size is around €9 if you're interested. It's not a bad product. I just don't want this kind of product in general. My next product is another Cult Beauty Advent Calendar Mini. and it's Olaplex number 8 Hair Perfector. The whole idea of this product seemed a little weird to me. I've never used anything like that. The way you're supposed to use it is on damp hair, towel dry, whatever, before you shampoo it. So basically, when you're planning to take a shower, what I did is I wet my hair, I towel dried it, then I put on the mask, and I stayed in it for another 20 minutes. It says 10 is the minimum, but that's longer if desired. So I left it for 20 minutes each time I was using it. And in this size of a packaging, which is 30 milliliters, I think I used it 3 times. It was enough to test it. And well, my conclusions are I find it very annoying. I think my hair was smooth, but it often is. I don't know if it was because of this or my normal conditioner. I didn't notice any significant difference. It says it repairs hair. I don't think you can physically repair hair that is already like broken and has split ends. It was not unpleasant to use. It was nice. It smelled nice. The product itself was fine. But the fact that you had to use it before shower, I personally found very annoying. I had to plan when I'm using it. I could only do it on the weekends because during the week I don't want to spend time just sitting there in my towel waiting for my mask to do its thing. So for that reason, I am definitely not going to buy this or any other product of that sort. In general, it was a fine introduction, but my mind is not blown and I am not buying it again. Based on my research, if you want to buy a 100 milliliter version of this, you would need to pay around 32 euros. Another mini product from my Cult Beauty advent calendar. I was really enjoying testing a lot of minis from it, but they will be appearing in my empties videos for a while, probably. And this is another ridiculously expensive one. It's from Dr. Barbara Sturm, and it's a face cream. It doesn't have any additional descriptions, no functions, no additional purpose. It's just face cream, and I feel like that's a very good representation of what it was. It was just a face cream. It was very basic. It moisturized nice, hydrated my skin. Sure, it worked. It went a bit of a longer way than I expected it based on how small the packaging is. It's 20 milliliters and I think I was able to use it for 3 weeks maybe. And I use moisturizer morning and night. So it did last me quite a while. It did moisturize my skin quite well based on the small amounts that I was using. But it was just a face cream. I have tried many other face creams that I enjoyed way more than this one. And a big reason to not buy it, even though it was completely fine, is the price of it. So this is the 20 milliliter version. And if you want to buy a 50 milliliter version, that would be a bit more than twice the size. So probably around 2.5 months of use. You would need to pay 152 euros for that, for a face cream. Yeah, for me, that's a no. I am not going to ever pay this amount of money for a face cream, especially such a basic one. Good for you, Dr. Barbara Sturm, that someone buys it apparently, but I am not going to be one of your customers. Another product from the Cult Beauty Advent Calendar. This one is a cleanser. It's Paula's Choice Clear Pore Normalizing Cleanser for blemish-prone skin. With this one, I might not be the target audience. Take my words with a grain of salt and keep that in consideration. That being said, I think it's a fine moisturizer. I was using it every day, morning and night, and it works. So in the mornings, I just use a gel cleanser like this one. So that would be my only one. And in the evenings, I would use a makeup removing balm. And then sometimes I would also use a gel if there's a lot of makeup left. And I finish off with micellar water. But if I haven't been wearing makeup for the day, then I would just use a cleanser like this. So this specific one is fine, but it's not my favorite because probably it's just not for my skin type. My skin is kind of normal to oily, but it's not really acne prone or blemish prone. So normally my preferred cleansers are more hydrating, delicate, moisturizing in a way. In general, my preference for most of my products is for them to be moisturizing. I just enjoy that, even though my skin is a little oily sometimes, I prefer my skin to be as moisturized as it can be. And this product might be better for someone with oily skin who maybe gets a lot of acne and wants to clear it. I'm not sure because I don't have this kind of skin, so I can't really tell you from that perspective. But from my perspective, it's fine, and I was fine using it, but I wouldn't buy it because it was a bit too drying. My skin felt a bit too clean in a way. I know it sounds weird, but if you've ever used a cleanser that like cleans too much, you would know what I mean. And it also has a very clean scent, but not like clean as in natural, but reminds me a little of cleaning products. So I didn't really enjoy that. From what I saw on Cold Beauty website, for 177 milliliters, oddly specific amount of milliliters, you can buy it for 24 euro. I wouldn't be buying it anyways. I'm definitely not buying it for 24 euro. I will be getting other cleansers. Now I have 3 makeup products that I'm not going to be repurchasing. The first one is also from the Cold Beauty Advent Calendar, and it's a mascara. It's the Byredo Astronomical mascara. I think the packaging is very cute. I really enjoy how it looks like a leaf. It kind of looks like a toy though, so if you're looking for a more sophisticated packaging, that might not be for you. And also something I really liked about it is how fluffy my lashes looked when I was using it. I really like the shape of the wand, how it's like curled like that. I feel like it grabbed my lashes very well. It was very easy to apply mascara on my bottom lashes and of course on my top as well. And when I just started using it, it was giving me a nice result. I enjoyed it, kind of. The reason why I didn't like it and why I'm not going to be repurchasing it is how dry it was. I don't know if it's because I got it in an advent calendar and it was just old because it was laying in the warehouse somewhere for a long time. It might be that. I feel like my mascara from the very beginning when I opened it, it felt a bit dry. It definitely made it immediately usable. You know how some mascaras, when you just open them, they're too liquidy and then it's kind of weird to use. This one didn't have that. It was immediately ready to use, but also immediately a little dry. And that dryness caused 2 things. First of all, the mascara was dry on my lashes, so very quickly it started to crumble and it would be like just on my face or would even get into my eyes, which is obviously not what you want. But also I was using it for like a month before it dried out to the point that I was not able to use it anymore. Full size of this mascara costs around 40 euro. There is absolutely no way I am ever paying 40 euro to use a mascara for a month and have it crumble all over my face. So if you were considering this one, I don't recommend it. I also used up a green color corrector. You might be looking at me and thinking that A, I don't need green color corrector, or B, who even uses color corrector anymore? I feel like there was a wave of everyone using color corrector a few years ago, and then everyone realized that no one actually needs it. Well, I was very late to that trend. And I definitely was influenced by Hannah Louise Poston because she likes green color corrector a lot, and because I like her so much, I also wanted to try it. We have very different skin tones, obviously. She has more olive undertone and I have a more pink undertone. And those are like the opposite. So I found out very quickly using this one that I don't need green color corrector. It is a MUA Makeup Academy Pro Base Prime and Conceal Correcting Cream in the shade CC Cream. It was good for me for masking redness around my nose, or if I ever got pimples, it helped, but still I didn't feel like it made enough of a difference for me to repurchase this one or any other color corrector in the future. I ran out of it very quickly. I was very surprised how quickly I was done with it. It contains just 2 milliliters of product, and while it looks like a full-size concealer, it has way less than some other concealers. As a comparison, my Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer, which is not that different in size, contains 9 milliliters. So yeah, I'm not going to be repurchasing it because I don't need green color corrector, and even if I needed one, I would get something that has more product in it. To be fair, it costs like 3 euro, so it's not an expensive product, but I don't think I should be paying even the low price for something that I don't need. I'll just be sticking to concealer. And my last product in my no category is another product that you're familiar with if you've watched my Project Pan video. It's my Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump Lip Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. It was in my Project Pan. I really wanted to use it up, and I think I did. If you're a big Project Panner or you're watching a lot of Project Pan videos, you might be seeing the product on the sides of the packaging, and you might be thinking, this is not done. To me, it is done. I'm not going to be pulling out the stopper or scraping the hell out of this product when I don't even like it. I don't see a point in that. I might do that for something that I really enjoy, but I don't think this is worth it. And I have mentioned that in my Project Pan launch already, but I don't like this gloss. I bought it because I wanted to try it out because of how many people talk about these so much. And I think it's possible that the reason why people talked about it is because it was one of the first lip injection type glosses or plumping glosses that were that strong. But I don't think it's a good product or worth buying in general. Especially now when there has been already a trend of brands releasing plumping glosses, and you might find a way better one. I don't think this is something that you should consider. Me personally, I'm definitely not repurchasing it. For several reasons. I didn't like the feeling of the injection part on my lips. I didn't like how it made the skin around my lips get a bit red. I didn't like how, if I got it anywhere else, if I kissed someone on a cheek, their cheek would be inflamed. And I didn't like how, even though it's a gloss, it didn't feel like it was moisturizing my lips that well. It was a little, but I have glosses and lipsticks that do a way better job at that. For me, a gloss has to moisturize, and that's like one of the basic things that I wanted for, and this one wasn't doing it. I also definitely realized that I prefer plumping glosses that have the minty feeling, the cooling sensation over this tingly, spicy, whatever. I'm not going to be repurchasing this. I have one more lip injection gloss that I bought this one with. I bought it in a set of 3. I have already used up one before. This is my second one, and I have the third one left. And I'm not excited to have to use it up because that one is pretty much full, like the same size but full. After that, I am definitely not buying any other Too Faced lip injection gloss. And last but not least, definitely not least, we're gonna talk about the one product that I have in my yes category. That means I am definitely going to be repurchasing it. I might not do it right now, but somewhere in the nearish future. And the product is the Holika Aloe Soothing Gel. This is not my first one that I have used up. It's definitely not my last one. It's quite a big packaging, as you can see. And it's a very multi-purpose product for me. I use it as kind of a toner, as the first layer of moisture on my face to add moisture. As we have established, I really like moisturizing my skin. I also use it on my body, especially in the summer when I need maybe less oily moisturizers. It's amazing. In winter, I would use it under my moisturizer when I need really a lot of moisture. Kind of the main way I use it is under oils for my hair. The night before I wash my hair, I would put this, and then on top of that, I would put hair oil. And this way I am just moisturizing my hair, and it works amazing for that. But apart from that, it also works great after shaving, if your skin is irritated in any way. If you get a sunburn or any other irritation, it's great for your skin. It's kind of a hero product that I feel like I will be using over and over again, and I kind of need to have. So I'm definitely going to repurchase it. However, I'm not going to do it right now, specifically because of my no buy. That would be pretty much the first product that I can repurchase, and I don't really feel like I want to be making any purchases yet this early into my no buy, because it's not really something that I absolutely need. I have other things that I can use in similar ways. Like I can use a leave-in conditioner under my oils for my hair. I can use a different toner or just nothing on my face under my moisturizers and serums. And I can just use body creams for my body. And for those reasons, I will hold off of buying it again. I will wait for maybe when I have other things to buy and then just buy it together, or I'll just see when I start really missing it. But yeah, for now, this is something that I love. I absolutely recommend, and I am definitely going to be repurchasing. And that is finally all of the products. This has taken me way more time than I expected, and I am so glad that I came prepared with my thoughts written down beforehand, because I didn't expect this to take such a long time. I've been recording for over an hour. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is definitely a type of videos that I was looking forward to filming throughout my no-buy year, as it will help me see and remember all of my thoughts about products that I'm using up. Let me know if you're also tracking what you're using up and how many products you used up last month. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, leave a comment. And if you want to see more of this type of content, I will be filming a lot of videos around my no-buy year, project planning, more empties, general anti-consumerism, minimalism, not buying, using what you have kind of content. So if you're into that, please subscribe. And in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!